Hello, and welcome to the Refinery, a mini-series about making changes to Splatoon 2's existing ideas for Splatoon 3. Plenty of people are giving crazy new ideas for things they want to see in Splatoon 3, which is great. However, Splatoon 3 will need to iterate on Splatoon's previous ideas, and this video series is here to discuss ways I want to see those existing mechanics refined for the next game. In this episode, I'm covering ideas that focus on helping accessibility. Accessibility is a huge factor in modern game design, and can manifest itself in many ways, whether it's providing options for players with physical disabilities, or generally making a game more inclusive. One example of increasing accessibility that we already know exists in Splatoon 3 is the change from gender to body type, or style as the game calls it. Along with that, hairstyle is independent of that body style. This, of course, makes the game more inclusive to people who don't identify with the gender binary, but also guys with long hair and girls with short hair. As a person with a more masculine build and longer hair, I can make an inkling more in line with what I look like. The first thing I want to see on the front of accessibility is creating an easy rapid fire mode for brushes, octobrushes, squeezers, and any new weapons which might feature tapping ZR very quickly. This is to allow people who can't spam the ZR button all that fast, for whatever reason, to have a better time using these weapons. From personal experience, I have arthritis, so these weapons are really hard for me to play without a button remap. And I feel like the squeezer could be one of my favorite weapons if it wasn't physically painful to play or annoying to switch to. The rapid fire mode would be mapped to a toggle on the L button, given it still goes unused in Splatoon 3, and switches the weapon to a rapid auto fire that is slightly slower than the max button mashing speed for the weapon. This means people who want to play the weapon optimally still have the learning curve of optimizing mashing, but for most players, it should function as an easier way to play these weapons. The next thing I want to see in terms of accessibility is expanded colorblind mode options. There are a decent amount of players who play Splatoon on colorblind mode, whether it be due to colorblindness or if they think the visibility is better with the set colors. I think Splatoon 3 should let players choose what colors they do and don't want to see in-game. This way, the colorblind option works better for people with different kinds of colorblindness, people with colorblindness who can still somewhat experience the changing colors of Splatoon's ink, and anyone who finds a certain color combination to be hard to see and can just disable that color combination on their end. One additional small thing that would work wonders for worldwide accessibility is the implementation of name subtitles. There are a good number of alphabets around the world, and a lot of people don't know them all, so being able to know how to pronounce someone's name phonetically would be a great way to better know your teammates. These can be automatically processed to match a player's name, or players can set their subtitles manually in the case they want to translate their name rather than keep it in their home language. Finally, let's talk about audio. Splatoon is a very audio-heavy game, since hearing enemies approaching can determine life or death in many situations. However, Splatoon has two major flaws regarding audio: a lack of audio customization options, and no great way to play without audio. Some people play Splatoon for thousands of hours, myself included, but there's no option to turn off the in-game music, so we've heard the same 16 songs hundreds if not thousands of times. I love Splatoon's soundtrack, but sometimes I'd rather listen to some other music while I play. So give us the option to change music volume in-game like we've seen in Smash Bros. I also think there should be some kind of in-game UI option to give you vague audio information if you want to play without volume, which would greatly help people who are deaf or hard of hearing. Something like Minecraft subtitle systems would be great. Games don't need to only rely on their own series conventions. They can improve by looking towards other games for inspiration. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. My next episode will focus on something more traditional, main weapon changes. Subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up with this series, and let me know if you have any ideas for any accessibility related changes in the comments. I hope I'll see you next time. Bye bye.